I know our visits are getting a bit fewer and further between these days, but I would like to go to the wizard's house.
I mean, friends grow apart over time.
It's natural. It's natural.
That doesn't mean he's out of your heart.
Friends grow apart. Websites redesign away all of their funniest stuff or close entirely. Like, this stuff happens, guys. But this one is, it was sent in by Abby, thank you, and it is how to actually become Jason Bourne.
Yes. Thank you.
You don't have to wake up with amnesia on an Italian fishing boat in the Mediterranean Sea while being pursued by assassins to become Jason Bourne. In fact, you may be happy to learn that we recommend taking the route that involves 0 assassination attempts. Whew! I'm always afraid that I'm going to read a wikiHow article and then it'll be like, kill. And I'll be like, fuck, okay, shoot.
I do wonder if I'm not, if like assassination is completely off the table, why am I learning to become Jason Bourne, right?
For the other stuff he can do. He doesn't only assassinate people.
Yeah, but if someone's like, if I'm on the phone and I'm like, it's me, Justin, and I'm very tough, just like Jason Bourne now. And they're like, I know you can't assassinate me. That's off the table for you, right?
That's not intimidating.
Okay, I'm hanging up.
The first few parts here are all physicality stuff, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Regular cardio, whatever. Improve your strength by lifting weights. Like, sure, whatever.
If my desire to live longer hasn't done that, my desire to be Jason Bourne is certainly not going to motivate that.
If I was doing that stuff, I'd be a fundamentally different person, and that person would not be on wikiHow learning how to be Jason Bourne.
That's an excellent point.
So learn a second language or more. This is good. Jason Bourne spoke German, French, Russian, Dutch, Spanish, and Swedish. You don't have to speak all those, but picking up another language of your choice will give you that international man of mystery energy Bourne exudes. That would be kick-ass if in a Bourne movie he went to, Paraguay, and then they started to speak to him, and he was like, I'm sorry, like, I don't do that one.
He pulled out his phone and like put in like Google Translate, and he's like,
Yeah.
Can you type it? I only know Esperanto and English.
Do you do Swedish?
I'm so sorry.
I can totally throw down in Swedish. Learn how to climb walls or rappel. Bourne was a master climber. While we can't recommend you start scaling fire escapes and jumping from rooftop to rooftop, we can definitely suggest joining a local rock climbing gym. I think if I went through all the trouble to train my body and learn a martial art and become and learn 5 languages and become an incredible spy, I would never try to go down the side of a building because I could fall and die. And then what was all of that work for?
A lot of these are irritating a little bit because it's like, well, we did tell you to get in great physical shape first. It's like, okay, well, that's fine.
Sure.
If I, in this alternate world where I got super fit, I bet learning to climb like a rock wall would be very attainable for me. Like I do
It's
think
like
that.
if there was an article about how to be Batman and the first step was have billionaire parents.
Sure, yeah.
But again, if I had $1 billion, I would not be on wikiHow learning how to become Jason Bourne. I simply would not.
You say that, Griffin, but billionaires get up to some weird shit in their free time.
No, but I would be getting like, micro machines in my blood that gives me power.
Micro machines.
Just these big fucking monster trucks driving around my veins, making me climb walls real good.
You could pay Matt Damon to train you to be Jason Bourne.
For $1 billion, yeah, for sure. I could make them name the next Jason Bourne movie Griffin McElroy Returns, and then I would be it by default. The next one is get into parkour and learn how to run with style. And I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but the image that they've chosen shows a red-haired man who has launched himself forwards, head first, legs up in the sky, akimbo, Peter Pan style, down a flight of stairs. There is no reality in which this illustrated gentleman lands this trick.
He's about to lose a lot of good teeth.
I've also zoomed in on this man's face, and it very clearly reads as, oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Why did I jump like this, face down, ass up? That's the way I like to die, on these stairs.
What an idiot.
Dumbass. Obtain, at least, a passing interest in firearms. I do like how wikiHow has couched this. wikiHow recognizes it can't say get gun crazy, but at least a passing interest in firearms.
Griffin, I thought I knew where that statement was going to go.
Yeah.
Because one of the defining features to me is Jason Bourne's collection of passports.
Yeah.
But then it also occurred to me that probably wikiHow, for many reasons, can't be like, get yourself a bunch of counterfeit passports.
That's a very, very good point, Travis. Reading the next goddamn point of this wikiHow. Get another passport. If you don't already have a passport for the country you live in, start by getting your passport. That's actually good. Thank you so much for that. Then if you have the time, money, and effort, find another country to try and establish residency. If you have relatives living abroad, look into the residency requirements there. You can normally get a passport if you have family already living there.
Wouldn't it have been amazing if Jason Bourne had opened his safety security box or whatever and started flipping through 20 passports that all said Jason Bourne, Jason Bourne, Jason Bourne, Jason Bourne, Jason Bourne, Jason Bourne.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
And then a letter from his uncle in Paraguay that's like, here's the passport. You're a citizen now. I love you, Jason.
Come visit me anytime, Jason Bourne.
This is where the wheels come off a lot for me, is that now it's like, okay, now you're Jason Bourne. Here's what you're going to do with it. And they don't have a great answer because they also can't say, kill your fellow super soldiers. A lot of these are just kind of productivity hacks. Focus on your mission and always have a goal. Sure. Maintain a cool, calm demeanor at all times. I see Jason a little hyphy. Like, he does get, when he's like trying to kill a guy with a rocket launcher, I don't know how chill Jason Bourne is.
That's why Griffin, at the end of every Jason Bourne movie, he sits down with his journal and writes up, like, had another slip up today. Got mad again. Gotta keep working on it.
There's one thing that they did get kind of nasty on. This is the last point in the article. Be prepared for geopolitical events or disasters. So WikiHow's leaving a little bit of sunlight in the room, a little bit of oxygen for a chance. It suggests, and all that other stuff about kicking ass and jumping up buildings and all that spy shit, there might be a thing that happens.
You never know.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I want to call foul on this whole article, Griffin, if I could.
Sure, yeah.
Wait, you're trying to disprove a WikiHow article? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I think I can do it pretty authoritatively if we look at the Bourne franchise, right? We have the Bourne Identity, the Bourne Supremacy, the Bourne Ultimatum. That's Matt Damon's triptych, Matt Damon's trilogy.
Those are the ones with Jason Bourne in them.
Yeah, those are the Jason Bourne ones, right? The next movie is called The Bourne Legacy, starring Jeremy Renner. Yeah, Matt is not
Jason
appearing.
Bourne? Is he
What?
Jason Bourne?
No. So
Jason
Bourne.
Reborn.
The tagline of this film is "There was never just one." And then the next movie is called Jason Bourne, starring Matt Damon. And Jeremy Renner's not in it because there was just the one Jason Bourne. The movies that are about Jason Bourne could not make another Jason Bourne plausibly. They desperately would love to get the much cheaper Jeremy Renner.
Whole Bourniverse, but
Yeah,
it's
they tried.
The interest isn't there.
The interest isn't there. They can't make another Jason Bourne. There's just the one. And I also feel like, seeing that the last Bourne movie, Jason Bourne, was filmed in 2016, I do have the strangest sense of feeling like I didn't appreciate the Bourne movies when they were coming out.
Didn't even know that
little
it was
bit.
2061. I feel bad.
I know, right? It feels like don't it always seem to go?
If I could go back in time to when they were making the poster for the Bourne Legacy,
Yeah.
I would have pitched the tagline, there was never a Jason Bourne. Right?
Yeah.
And then,
The first movie of the Bourne Legacy is Jeremy Renner waking up like, huh, what?
Yeah.
it's him watching the Bourne Identity and going, I'm going to be just like
He turns off the movie of the third Bourne movie like, what a great film. I wish I could do that.
And then when they made the new Jason Bourne movie after that one in 2016, the tagline was, oh shit, it's real?
The first scene is Matt Damon turning off the end of the Bourne Legacy. I can't believe they got it so wrong. Anyway, back to work.